All right, welcome. All right, welcome back to the 2.5 Hippies podcast. My name is Alexander.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Reed.
And today, this is episode 4 with Reed. He's always a great guest. I think he's very knowledgeable in the subject matter and definitely is well-versed, sort of like what we're trying to do. So last week, we did what? Pretty Odd. Or not last week, last pod. We did Pretty Odd and The Killers Sam's Town because those are two albums that you grew up with. And so we asked you what were the next albums. And you were going through and you said Pet Sounds. Like, perfect. That's a perfect album to talk
Boom.
about.
Yeah.
And you were wearing a Tame Impala shirt.
I was, yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's just do Currents.
Yep.
Yeah, I think both of those albums, as different as they are, especially not only just in sound, but in
You think they're different
time.
in sound?
Yeah, I think
I think
both
Currents
have
is the 2015 update of Pet Sounds. Is that a crazy take?
I mean,
I don't think so.
The airy
I
production,
think
the
they're both
one-man
trippy.
band.
I think they're both trippy. I think yeah, okay, I'll give you the one man band.
I think
Like
there's
the
a lot of
layering in
analogies.
production, like the layering of sounds, that's very Brian. I get Brian Wilson vibes. That's why I think it's a perfect, because I see the influence. I see
see
Bitch
a lot
Boys.
of comparisons between Kevin Parker and Brian Wilson.
Even they sing. Do they not sing alike?
I
Like
can
the
see
high
it.
pitch.
They do
They
a
both remind me
falsetto
of John Lennon a
similarly.
little bit, to be honest. Like I can hear, kind of that. Yeah, as you said, like a little more falsetto. Like I don't know if nasally is the right word, but I like nasally almost. I feel like that describes both of them.
We did Ziggy Stardust, and we said the same exact thing about David Bowie. He has that nasally singing voice,
Yeah.
and it does come off a very John Lennon vibe.
Yeah,
So like I could hear those different similar sounds in like different types of artists. It's just crazy how the Beatles are just so crazy influential.
yeah.
But which album do you guys want to start with first?
I think Pet
Let's
Sounds
do Pet
into
Sounds.
Currents makes a little more sense.
Yeah, one's older, the older one.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
one's the
Chronological
modern.
order.
And
Literally.
I think before we dive into both, I think something we can talk about both. I don't want to spoil Take Yours. I think Currents is one of the coolest album covers of all time.
Yeah,
What do you think about Pet Sounds album cover?
You've seen the Pet Sounds album cover, right?
Yeah, of course.
What do you think of it?
I'm pulling it up again, but it's kind of them in like
It's
a
just
petting
feeding
zoo, right?
some goats.
Yeah. I think it's strange, but I think
Feeding
it
the Beatles.
fits.
You know
I
my
think it fits,
my
yeah.
take. That's the worst album cover of all time.
I disagree.
Out of
I
all the great album covers, that is the like just whack.
I think, yeah, in comparison to you take something like In Rainbows or Currents or, I forget the guy that makes the album artwork. He
Dark
did it-
Side of the Moon,
so,
bro.
So the guy that makes the album artwork or made the album, I don't know if he's alive, I think he is, for a lot of the Pink Floyd albums and then a bunch of the Muse albums.
Okay.
Yeah,
Same
Muse's
guy.
album covers are
Sick.
so cool.
So I do think there's something to be said about that. Yeah, no, I mean, to your point, I've always, it's crazy because I don't think I downloaded, the album cover to Pet Sounds until, a little later when I was, cleaning up my music discography and was, really checking the actual album cover itself. And I do remember thinking it's a little out of place. Because if you look at, what is it, Endless Summer, that's a beautiful album. Here, what is it? Let's see.
Yeah.
What are your guys' background on the Beach Boys?
Definitely, they're everywhere. Grew up listening to them.
Okay,
My
hey,
dad
you're a little
my
closer.
dad was a big fan of
A
them.
little farther back,
My dad was a big,
8 inches.
There we
Okay,
go.
we good. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, my dad was a big fan of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, their biggest pop beach songs always pop up at school dances or whatever, growing up, or just on the radio. I think they were omnipresent growing up.
What do you think is the most overplayed Beach Boys song?
Get Around.
Surfing USA.
So is
That's a
that
good one.
Surfing USA?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a bunch.
Down,
but no,
get
I
around,
was
I
just,
get
I was looking
around.
at. Have you seen this album cover? I think it's a sick
Yeah,
album.
I think
cover.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, so that was their. I don't remember.
Like
I think
90s album? Was that 90s?
74.
Oh, 74.
Yeah,
okay.
no. Actually, I'm curious on Beach Boys albums in order. I want to see something.
I
lot in the
want to
60s.
not get things twisted with Pet Sounds though. It's not a Beach Boys album. It's a Brian Wilson album.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because while he made the album, they were touring in Japan.
Yeah.
Were they?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
So
I knew
he
was,
exclusively
like, the main
worked with the
force.
Wrecking Crew, which was like the main studio band of the recording studio.
Where does Manson fall in all of that?
He was like
Was that before?
little before, I think.
He wasn't
or
living
after.
with them during Pet Sounds, was he?
I don't think so. But
'Cause-
that's some trippy shit.
Yeah, here, let me
like
see.
Brian Wilson is involved with with the
Yeah.
Manson.
I mean, famous people do shady things. What do you expect?
Well, I think Manson kind of really was upset he didn't make it, and that
No
kind
direct
of
involvement.
And took it out on.
His brother Dennis
a lot of people.
Wilson became friends with Manson in '68.
So that was after Pet Sounds. 67, right? Was Pet Sounds? Or
66.
66.
Yes, and so then the album I was talking about was this. I think Surfin' one was after. Yeah, more poppy. That's interesting. Yeah, your point about the album cover, it is a strange album cover.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly he was on when he was not only making that, but just the whole album, because I was just reading, trying to get some cool facts in before I even came here that I had pulled up about, let's see. So the album was heavily inspired by Rubber Soul, and in turn, it inspired the Beatles album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band.
It's the
Yeah.
arms race, music arms race.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see as much Rubber Soul influence
I don't
in
either.
Pet Sounds,
I don't
but
either.
I do
thought that was
see
interesting.
influence in Sgt. Pepper's.
I think that's like, I think Pet Sounds is like their most like, or Wilson's most ethereal. Like, I think that if you ask me, like I don't know. I mean, what's your favorite song on the album? Like, not even ranking, just if you had to pick.
Wouldn't it be nice?
God only
By
knows.
far.
Wouldn't be nice.
I think the hits are the.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna give my take. I want you guys
I
to.
think
That's fair. Yeah, we can wait for that. I was having a hard time ranking them too.
like a lot of these songs are so.
Like, what's the appeal? Because when I listen to the Beach Boys, I do like Surfing USA. I like the popular
Yeah,
shit,
but
and that's like what they're known. When I listen
like
to
the
this,
slow shit.
Yeah, I actually.
He
do.
hates the slow shit. It's like Caroline No, he hates, or like
all right, I'll tell you another
like-
one of my favorites, Sloop John B.
yeah, because that's a.
I think that's a
little
hit
more
song.
upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
But when it's just like that mellow sound, like from you believe in me to honestly, let's get away for a while. It's like a very similar, like airy.
if I'm not mistaken, it transcended generations at the time. So like older people appreciated Pet Sounds as well as younger people at the time. So I think that's what made it so like great at the time when it came out, is because like an older generation could appreciate the sound while a younger generation could find it so cool and experimental. Like, you know, because it has this like it's like a take on
It's super artistic.
Frank
I will say that.
Sinatra.
Like, you can't say this is pop shit.
Like
It's
his
super
orchestra.
Experimental. It's basically the first concept album. I mean, there is like an overarching theme, and like each song has its place in like the concept of the album.
Yes.
This is kind of a crazy take, but it almost reminds me of if you put a positive spin on like death. Like, that's how I
Yeah.
see a lot of the albums. It's almost like
It's comparing losing.
It's
a lover
melancholy.
as
I think it's very melancholy.
yeah, I could see that.
a lot of his analogies of like losing and dying at the like
Yeah.
it's
Because it's a
Like
lighter,
equating-
it's a light and relatively upbeat album still, for the most part, given.
I don't
how
know.
much you read into
Don't
it.
Talk is a pretty like arms on my shoulder. Like, they're very
Yeah.
like drowsy.
Well, even Wouldn't It Be
like-
Nice is like technically like not a song that's meant to be a like
it has a positive vibe, but
Yeah,
there's definitely
but-
some very melancholic. Like,
Yes, exactly. I don't know. It's definitely a unique one. Like as far as what it was able to do for music, and as far as musical influence, especially for the time. To your point about it transcending generations, and like if you do look at what some people consider some of the greatest albums of all time, Pet Sounds is usually somewhere on that list. Like maybe not top 10 or 20, but top 100. Like even if it's not me personally that feels that way, I know it's one that a lot of music aficionados feel that about. I don't know. That's at least.
So to finish your story about the arms race, there was actually a response album that sort of kind of didn't really get released. It was called Smile. Smile
Oh,
was supposed
yeah.
to come out in 1968. I actually just looked this up. It's supposed to come out in 1968,
didn't know
and
that?
they canceled it, and they released like a sort of like studio version of the original vision that Brian Wilson had, because there was like a lot of theories of why it was like the labels were like not into this like experimental shit. They wanted something more pop. They wanted the old Beach Boys back. Like a lot of the other band members, there was a theory that they all like were like, what the fuck are you doing, Brian Wilson? Mike Love, if you guys are familiar with Mike Love's like reputation within the group, he's like one of the most hated people in music history. Like he has that reputation to be like the one to like destroy the Beach Boys, and like Brian Wilson's kind of like everyone's like favorite. So like that's kind of like the dynamic of the group, because Mike Love is still the only member. Like him and another guy are still like the Beach Boys is not a broken band. They're not broken up. It's still a very much like in 2025 it's still going on.
Yeah.
Are they touring?
I think he has a lot of tour members, but I think Mike Love is just like, I don't know if they're touring currently, but I think they were like in the like, you know, they're still like they're still
crazy.
around.
I wonder how old they are.
Yeah, but it's not
Brian Wilson,
not
yeah.
dead, like,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
You guys know Brian Wilson's story, right? Like, absolute psychotic. Was misdiagnosed. Like, I think they thought he was bipolar at the time, so they had this fucking crazy therapist, Eugene. I forgot his name, Landy, something like that. And he basically abused the shit out of Brian Wilson, and like was basically taking advantage of him. There was like almost to a point where he was like getting royalties from like the band's music and saying he was part of the band. Like that's how much he literally took over Brian Wilson's life. And I think Brian Wilson's like second like girlfriend or wife was like, hey, this is wrong, and they like filed like a bunch of lawsuits and basically, you know, that
got
story,
his
right?
estate back. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, but that's
That
Brian.
reminds me of did you guys see the Elvis movie?
Is Elvis crazy like that?
Well,
They
no.
tried to take his estate away.
Yeah, so like it was his agent or his manager, but then also the manager had him.
Tom
working
Hanks,
with-
right?
Yeah. But he had him working with this doctor that was like a doctor for the stars, and
So sorry.
no, you're good. And was really
Just don't hit him
like-
when he.
it's all good. But he was like basically like constantly just prescribing him like morphine and opiates and all this stuff.
Very
and
very
keeping him
similar
down
story,
and
like taking advantage.
drugged up so he'd stay performing in
Yeah,
Vegas. And
they were drugging up Brian Wilson and
Yeah.
putting him on a bunch of medication, basically numbing him. Like it's horrible what they do. I mean, this dude is like, and then I think it was misdiagnosed. He had to like they later found out he was diagnosed. I forgot what it was, but rest in peace, Brian Wilson.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with Jack. I think this is the greatest year of this is the greatest year of musical deaths. Ozzy Osbourne,
This year?
Ozzy Osbourne, Brian Wilson, D'Angelo. Am I missing?
You're missing a lot, but I don't know.
No, I mean,
This
that-
is a morbid topic.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I forgot that Ozzy and Brian Wilson both passed.
Yeah,
that was
rest in peace.
Wilson was the very beginning of the year, wasn't it?
A little early. I want to say beginning, maybe like for 6 months or something like that. I don't
Okay.
remember, but yeah, that's.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
happened early on.
So you guys go to like, when did you guys start listening to this album?
I would
As
hear
a
the
kid.
hits as a kid, but then I got more introspective with it when I was in high school.
Okay.
And, like my best friend that's really into classics, we were trying to actually analyze influential albums, and that was one that he kind of pushed on me for a while, because like I've never been like a diehard Beach Boy. Like I've always
I wouldn't call
been
myself one either.
much bigger into the Beatles or Pink Floyd.
Same.
Like
Same.
But that album's a trip, like especially cover to cover. And I feel like it's one of those albums where you can take it away, like if you're listening on just like a surface level to find something that seems uplifting in some ways, you can get out of that. But then if you really give it like a hard listen, it's kind of covering some heavy shit. And I think at the time I was like trying to be very introspective and like look to like, just
Something deeper in music.
yeah. And like I think a lot of times that leans towards the darker side of life and things.
Of course.
And I think that's like what I was pulling from it at the time. Like particularly like even the hits like Wouldn't It Be Nice or God Only Knows. Like God Only Knows is a very
It's
interesting
iconic.
song.
It's one of the greatest pop songs ever. Like, well, my favorite Beach Boys songs is Good Vibrations, and that's actually originally supposed to be on Smile, but they didn't release it, so it was on Smiley Smile, and I think that's a genius song. Like that's like Brian Wilson's genius song in my opinion.
Good Vibrations, amazing.
Yeah, that is a perfect song.
And I think this album, like I was kind of sad that Good Vibrations wasn't on this album. Kind of like my mistake with Fleetwood Mac. I thought Landslide was on Rumors.
Yeah.
Because it kind of fits. I think you could put in God Only Knows, and it would be more popular, but I think it would sort of fit like the experimental vibe of the album.
I know you like your transitions from one song to the next, and I think there's some pretty good transitions on this album.
Yeah.
And you could honestly fade in Good Vibrations into several songs on this album pretty perfectly.
Yeah.
See, I view this album more as a relic of the past. Not relic. Okay, relic is a very, very disrespectful word.
Bro,
but it's a historical piece more than
60 years old.
It's more historical. It's not like I don't think I could see myself like just putting on this album.
Well, I think
aside the hits, I like wouldn't be nice I'd put on. I still play that.
I feel like you could look at this album from a production standpoint of like there's so many like really cool like motifs that I feel like I've seen in a lot of modern albums of like there's one song where like the lyrics are like it keeps going on and the whole song just slowly fades out, the volume of it, and like I don't know, and I see that motif. And even Kendrick's used it of like I never fade away.
Yeah.
Like the volume gets taken out on those lyrics as it keeps rapping on.
Of course. If it literally
like,
fades.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think from a technical
there's a lot of like production, like cool, like nuance things in this album that's so
mid
cool.
60s,
yeah,
mid to late 60s. Like the production's
I feel like
nuts.
No, the technical aspect. Yeah, you're right. The production, it's like. Who's thinking like this in 1966?
Like,
and that's what made them
the better part.
People
Sgt.
chase
Peppers.
this sound today.
Yeah.
I think
that's
the
why
one thing
they
I will
did
say.
Sgt. Peppers.
Yeah, no, I think people still like indie. Like I think this album invented like 3 genres. Like it invented like chill wave. I don't know, like what was that, like cloud rock, like the dream pop. Dream pop. I could totally see like airy type music.
It is kind of dream pop. I can see that. Well, and I mean like. I'm not really like a massive fan of this album or Sgt. Pepper's, but I think Pet Sounds is better than Sgt. Pepper's. I think I don't know, dude. Like I'm.
That's a tough. I'm less nostalgic with Sgt. Pepper. That's why.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's great, but I just think the Beatles have so many other albums that get like kind of like swept under the rug, and I think that part of why Sgt. Pepper's is like such a big one is because there was the big animated movie. Yes, they've done that with other movies, but it was just kind of the whole like.
It was a more blatant concept album. Like this is like basically the precursor of a concept album where they have like all the songs tying into one. Like,
is Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds? That's on.
That's Sgt. Pepper. It's definitely Sgt. Pepper.
It's Magical Mystery Tour, isn't it?
No, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is 1,000% Sgt. Pepper.
Sgt. Pepper.
1,000%.
Okay, maybe
that's one of the best. That's one of the greatest Beatles songs of all time.
That's why. Well, that's why.
Greatest,
so for some reason, I thought it was on.
What's better, God Only Knows or A Day in the Life? Like those are the two. I'd say
right,
of those two artists.
You're right. Sgt. Pepper's is actually fucking amazing.
Nuts. It's nuts.
I guess maybe I was thinking of.
Abbey Road's nuts. I mean, the Beatles are just a really good fucking band.
my question is like, I think God Only Knows is the greatest song that the Beach Boys has ever made.
Nah, it's good. It's good. Vibrations.
Good Vibrations is amazing, but there's just something about God Only Knows.
God Only Knows is like by far my favorite Beach Boys song. I agree. It's also not even close.
But is it better than A Day in the Life? Like that thing is so profound.
That's on Sgt. Pepper's too, huh?
That's
That's
the ending track.
That's Yellow Submarine mixed up with. That's why.
The Yellow Submarine's on Revolver, I think, and also on like its own.
What am I thinking of then? Just Magical Mystery Tour. What do I like on Magical? I love The Fool on the Hill. I do.
Oh, that's a beautiful Day After Day.
Blue Jay Way is great.
Oh,
Hello, Goodbye, Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane. These
Strawberry Fields is one of my favorite.
So,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Magic Mystery Tour is on our list.
Well, you know what's even crazier is according to this, they came out in the same year. Sgt. Pepper's and Mystery Tour, which makes perfect sense.
Yep.
They weren't touring. They were just making music.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
They gave up touring and made concept albums.
No, that's going to be one of our future reviews. We're thinking of reviewing that and a Frank Zappa album.
Getting Better is a wonderful song.
Do you know about Frank Zappa?
Getting better, a little better all the time. No. I mean, Sgt. Pepper, I'm just nostalgic for. No, this is one of those albums like when like I was like back in high school I was kind of like you, want to just listen to all the classics, get a little more well versed in music. This is just one of the albums you just have to like. If you want to get into music, you like Pet Sounds is like on the list. Like you have to you have to.
Yeah, and that was one that took me a little longer to get into. But yeah, it was almost like when my buddy explained it to me a little bit more of the history behind it, and like I get a lot of tones of like a positive outlook on death almost. That's like kind of what I like. Even on the way over, I was like listening to it and I was like, damn, like I need to like listen to something else. It's like almost is like bringing me down a bit.
Is this the precursor to emo music?
I mean, I think well, that's the thing is I think emo music is more direct. Like I hate my life, shit sucks. This is more like life is beautiful, like with like a little bit of like almost like a patronizing version of it, where it's like
it's cynical almost.
Like yeah.
I don't know if it's about death per se.
I don't even know.
There's a lot of love.
I get it.
I think it's about like he does compare like losing a lover to death a lot, which I think is also a little psychotic. Like you're wrapping up like too much.
To be fair, so the two most I was listening to this recently. I forget on what. So they say the two most traumatic things that can happen in your life are the loss of a loved one and the loss of your job, which I thought was really interesting.
Job?
Yeah, but it makes sense, like because, or I guess career maybe is the appropriate term, but like
getting fired?
Yeah, or just like losing your career. Like
even retiring is still like a really tough thing to deal with.
Yeah, but I think it meant like getting fired, like from a job or a career you've had, because like you could argue loved ones, like that's obviously the most traumatic because that's what you live for, right? Like that's what you do, and so like comparisons to that when it comes to death, it is kind of like it's almost like them passing. It's the same thing where you can think of them continuously, you can think of them in a good way, you can think of them in a negative way, but either way they're not there anymore. Right? And the same could be said about a job, which I thought was an interesting thing because I guess just psychologically it's similar because you spend more of your time assuming it's a full-time job, right? Like that's where you spend 5 of your 7 days a week. But I thought that was interesting as people were comparing anyway, a little off topic, but I also see where you're coming from where it's almost a mixture of losing someone you love so much, even if they're not dead, but they almost seem dead to you at a certain point. I don't know. Should we rank them? Like,
well, we've been trying to switch up the games. I kind of want to do maybe a draft for currents and maybe do like a blind ranking 5 songs for Pet Sounds, unless you want to draft on Pet Sounds.
I like that. I think Currents is a better one for drafting too. That has way less.
Because this doesn't have like. I'll be honest. Like I only like a couple songs on this album.
It's a great album. I just think it's
something you have to listen to from back to forth. I can't pick out like I'm not gonna pick out That's Not Me and say like, oh, I'm gonna bump that song all the time. It fits in context of the album. Like, wouldn't it be nice? Sloop John B I really like, and then God Only Knows. Other than that, I could do without the rest. But like in terms of me going back to it as an album, like you it's a historical piece, man. Tell me what else. What other song's good?
There's a lot of heat on it.
Caroline, no.
That's good. It's a good song. Okay, I shouldn't say I can't.
I like
do it.
I Just Wasn't Made for These Times.
Yes.
I like Don't Talk.
Don't Talk.
Waiting for the Day.
Yeah, Don't Talk, Put Your Head on My Shoulder is so fucking good.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we do? So are we each gonna?
Yeah. No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you 5 songs random. Like, okay. Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna give you 5 songs, and you already know the 5. You just guys gotta rank it, and you guys have to work together.
Okay.
All right. Don't Talk, Put a Head on My Shoulder.
Wait. Do you want to just have us blindly rank them?
No. I want to give you the 5 songs, and then you guys decide how you want to rank them.
Okay.
So. Don't Talk, Put Your Head on My Shoulder. Sloop John B.
Okay.
Here Today. God Only Knows. And Caroline, No. Do you get that?
God Only Knows is 1, right?
Correct.
Like, I would say number 2 is either Don't Talk or Sloop John. Or Waiting for the Day is pretty good too.
Let's go. Don't.
Did I
Talk,
say
then
Waiting for the Day?
Sloop.
Yeah, I did.
I think Don't Talk. Probably.
Then Sloop.
And then Sloop. And then Waiting for the Day. And then what did you say?
Caroline, no.
Caroline, no.
Yeah. And that song's fine.
Yeah. The outro's just long.
Yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying though, Alex. Like, it's different. It's a different album.
It's just
than
not
what
for
we're
me.
used to
It's
ranking.
not an album like I can listen to Sgt. Pepper and like enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like Getting Better, I think sounds great. I don't care how old you are. That song sounds amazing.
It's a great song.
I don't know if I could show, for example, one of our friends, Dembski. I show him this album, and is he gonna like it? I doubt it.
No. That sounds no.
I will say that this album was a critical darling at the time, but it did worse commercially than all the other albums. It just people had to take time for it to appreciate it and like for what it is. You said that this album has a long outro. It's only like 3 minutes. I will say, I don't know if there's a transition, but fucking Currents has an 8-minute intro with like a beat switch.
Nangs.
Am I thinking of the right one?
Yeah, I think so. Nangs, right? Is that
Let
what
it
starts
Let
it?
It Happen.
Let It Happen.
Is the first song.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's Nangs then? That's maybe just in the middle, like a little.
Oh, Let It Happen is an epic.
Dude, yeah. Let It
Yeah,
Happen's
no.
like 4 songs. It's like the pyramids of Tame Impala. Tell me I'm wrong.
What a good
Like
pull.
no, but it is because it's like 3-4 songs in one. Have you been seeing his tours recently? He's on tour right now. Holy fuck.
Before we get into the album,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on Deadbeat?
I like it. To be honest, I haven't given it a fair enough listen. I like a lot of it.
Just listen through it.
I think it's like the songs I have heard I like a lot. I like Vampire.
Vampire is great.
Like I don't really think there's any like there's one thing I can say about Tame Impala is he always just creates a great album. Like and I think it's always good cover to cover.
People
like,
are hating on this one, dude. I don't see
It's-
like
You gotta look closer.
it's
people are hating on it. I don't think it's fair.
let me see. I'm just looking up the albums he's like put out because I'm thinking like so. Slow Rush is amazing. Currents is amazing. Lonerism and Inner Speaker are both phenomenal. Like you gotta miss at some point, and I don't even know if
it's a miss.
No, I was gonna say because like I like Loser.
Loser's
I like,
sick.
Yeah, I like. Dracula,
It's so funny. I find
or not
the
Vampire,
lyrics
Dracula.
in Loser hilarious.
Yeah, Ethereal Connection's a good song. I need to give it more of a listen because it came out like last month. Yeah, literally almost exactly a month and 2 days ago.
Do you both consider yourselves Tame Impala fans?
Oh, huge. Yeah,
Huge.
Yeah, no,
He's one of the greatest artists alive right now.
bro. I saw.
Like he will be remembered among the greats.
Did you see what
He will be. Will he not? I don't think
Yeah.
that's arguable. That he will be hailed as one of the greats.
There's just
in
a
music.
lot of people to stack up, but personally,
Dude,
yes.
how many big
Production
songs?
wise, yeah.
Everybody knows his shit. He influenced so many
here's
people.
here's my thing with Tame Impala. I'm not the biggest fan, but one thing I can respect is he's indie. Let's be real. He's a fucking indie artist, right?
Yeah,
but he's mainstream as fuck.
He brought them
He's
into
built.
because he's been doing it since like 2010. But he's done a good job of continually bringing that type of sound into another decade. Because I think you had a lot of electro indie in the 2010s, and I think he's been there from start to finish. But he's continually doing it and continually changing. Because seriously, Inner Speaker is wonderful.
I listened
Speaker's
to everything
great.
before this album. I did not listen to what's the one with Borderline.
Slow Rush.
Slow Rush. I did not listen to
Slow
Slow
Rush
Rush.
is great.
I've listened to all the other albums. I've even listened.
It's
like
how- it's like a
Lonerism's pretty good.
progression. You can
Lonerism's pretty good.
So I would argue, so his magnum opus is Currents.
You believe that better than Lonerism? Because I see Lonerism love everywhere.
I would talk a little farther from the mic.
Sorry,
It's talking
sorry.
a little loud.
My bad.
No, you're good. But so that's the thing. For example, that was January 2012. I started college in 2014, 2015. I was getting really into Tame Impala and probably 2015, beginning of 2015.
By the way, 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
of Currents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. So what's really crazy about this album in particular, and like maybe this is kind of a crazy story. Like I don't know if this is good for the pod, but
I don't care.
it's cool.
No,
No, it's,
everything-
it's crazy. So
If you need me to edit it out, let me know.
so at the time, so it was like spring of the end of my freshman year of college, And I was in a fraternity with mostly kids from California, and they like to party, but they also like to open their third eye, to say the least. And I had done mushrooms a handful of times. I enjoyed mushrooms a lot. And my fraternity, like probably like 30, 40 guys from my fraternity at the time, guys that were living in, and then guys that were freshmen or, you know, juniors that were coming from either the dorms or other off-campus living, we ordered a sheet of acid.
Okay.
And, yeah, and I'd never done acid before. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and me and one of my closest friends at the time that I'm still really close with, we both were like, yeah, we're going to drop acid with 30 other guys in my fraternity at our fraternity house.
That sounds atrocious.
No, dude.
Was it nice?
Well, it was a lot,
Yeah,
but we didn't understand like what we were getting ourselves into, in the sense of we took a tab at probably like 8 or 9 p.m.
No.
So listen,
You're
we
gonna
take,
be up until
just wait. So we take a tab at 8 or 9, and you know it takes hours before you're even close to peaking, right? It's a 12+ hour thing, and that's
like
if
a
you're and that's
2
if
hour
you're
up.
Yeah, and so an hour in, hour and a half in, we're starting to feel it. We're like, let's take another. And so we a second tab of acid, and we both take it. And so while we're still coming up hard as fuck, we get hit with the second tab of acid. And at the
8
time,
hours in.
Let It Happen and Currents, I don't even know if Currents had dropped, but Let It Happen had. I think that was maybe the song that he dropped early.
It was a single?
I don't know, but like that was the song that night. And like the whole like do, like I was sitting there for hours frying my fucking face off to that song. And like the amount of different, like, you know, because you go up and down quite a bit when you're on acid. So it'd be like, you know, during like the orchestra, like I'd be sitting there, you know, and then it would build up, and like, oh my god, I just remember that entire experience was so crazy. Because like, of course, while we're probably a couple hours in, second tab starting to kick, we like go to a McDonald's, and like, you know, it's a busy Friday or some shit, and we're waiting for McDonald's, and it feels like I'm waiting for 2 hours in this McDonald's, and there's rainbow snakes slithering up
takes
the
forever.
wall in this
Time takes
rainbow
forever
McDonald's.
when you're tripping, right?
Oh, forever.
That's what I'm told.
And well, yeah, and like basically
Suspicious.
we finally get this food, and we go back to the fraternity house, and I try to eat it, and I can't even taste it. I can't even feel food in my mouth. And so I remember during that time when I'm eating, and I'm starting to kind of lose it a little bit, like one of my fraternity brothers was like, nah, dude, you gotta just like ride the wave and like listen to music. And that was like when I was literally first listening to like Let It Happen, and like you know, I had them play like Only Goes Backwards and like all this shit.
Yeah,
so,
probably
That's
played
one
the
of
whole
my
album.
favorites, is
They
Only
probably
Goes
just played the
Backwards.
whole album, no?
yeah, well, that was what was it? Lonerism or Escape?
That's Currents.
No, Lonerism was probably the big the album that was new at the
so
time.
Lonerism had that was Only Goes
Fe-
Backwards.
yeah, Only Goes Backwards. Elephant.
Oh, I thought you
Elephant
were
was
saying
my
Talking Backwards.
Yeah.
Elephant was my first song. by,
What's on
Tame
Currents?
Impala.
Is it Talking Backwards?
Let's see.
I even like the Mind Mischief is a
Feels
really
like
good
we're
one.
only going
Oh, what
backwards.
am
Is
I
Lonerism,
It
and then
feels like.
like Lucidity is a really good song. That's from his first album in 2010. Expectation is a fucking wonderful song. I Don't Really Mind is a really good song.
Lonerism's pretty good.
Lonerism's really good. Yeah, Elephants.
I don't know if
Elephants
Currents is
slaps.
better than Lonerism. I think that's a toss up.
Bro, Currents is a no skip album. Like, I would say maybe like one, but like, I don't know.
Gossip's only like an interlude.
That's a crazy.
Gossip.
I love that no one was there to be like, no, just wait, like knew enough to be like.
Well, everybody was kind of doing their own thing, and everyone else, most people I had been around had like done it, or like were just kind of going in with like an open mind. Because like it's not at this point. It was like I hadn't like taken psychedelics before, but I hadn't taken acid, and I didn't know how different it was.
I took a half tab for the first time, and tangentially, I was at a party or whatever, and I took it way late too. It was my first time. I didn't know, like I took it like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Like same.
Not the move.
And I took a half a tab, and I didn't re-up. And so I go home. I listen to Magical Mystery Tour.
No, that's a great.
And it was like really like I knew the big songs off of it before, of course, but going into it, it was just like my first time listening all the way through, and it's just like transcendental. Like it's such like that intro. Those first few tracks is just like Blue Jay Way, Fool on a Hill. Like
so beautiful.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. No, well, actually, you know what? I would argue that's like one of the best albums.
You want to hop on for Magic Mystery Tour when we review it?
I want
that might be my favorite because I always get
that's an interesting favorite. That might be your favorite too, right?
I always
It's
get
a
the
sneaky
Beatles albums
favorite
mixed up for which songs are on which. But as I was reading, because like
you think Strawberry Fields Forever would be on Sgt. Pepper, right? Like it just makes sense. It fits the vibe of the band.
Well, and then
it could be on Abbey Road or
no, the trippy vibe fits more with Sgt. And plus, if you saw the music video with them like popping out of the tree and shit, like that looks very Sgt. Pepper to me.
Like what's the love song of
All You Need Is Love.
Yeah, that sounds just like Strawberry.
That's Strawberry Fields. No, that doesn't sound like Strawberry Fields. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean it could be in that realm. Yeah.
I think you could say those two different bands.
I think they sound pretty similar. What's the song?
Yes,
I'm
thank you.
of? Is it A Day in the Life?
They sound like they could be on the same album.
Which one is the one with the craziest crescendo at the end, where it like builds up, and then it
That
just
sounds
drops?
like a
Day in
yeah,
the
that's
Life.
A Day in the Life.
That is Day in the Life.
That's
Yeah.
off of Sgt. Pepper.
That's
That's the best. I think that's the best song ever.
I think it's the greatest song of all time as well.
It's in the conversation. I mean, I could probably throw in an R&B track, maybe "What's Going On" by Marvin Gaye to be up there.
Ooh.
That song's amazing. But we're talking about currency.
Yeah, you're right.
But another song I would call one of the greatest songs ever is "The Less I Know, the Better."
Yes, I love The Moment. I love Yes, I'm Changing. I love Eventually. I love New Person, Same Old Mistakes.
Talk about a song that transcends the band artist, though. How's "The Less I Know, the Better"? You don't think? Do you think that song became like viral and like actually like well known?
Yeah, but like that's the thing is you take an album that is a psychedelic rock album, electro indie album, and you have to, in order to get to become a magnum opus, you have to have at least one song on there that's like the masses also love, and I think that's what that song.
That's "The Less I Know, the Better," because I don't think Lonerism had that like.
Because
I
think you have to say that "Let It Happen" is the best song on that album, just because it's all it's
less I know the better.
I mean I think that's one of the greatest modern guitar riffs.
I love that guitar. Yeah, I love it. It's amazing.
That's a great.
Cause I'm a Man is a sneaky one.
Cause I'm a Man's a great
Disciples,
song.
that's one of my favorites too.
I like Reality in Motion's not
What's
bad.
the one with the voiceover on it again?
Oh, Past Life, dude. Past Life is a wonderful song.
Is that the one with where he's talking to the people?
I was waiting. Yes. I was getting in my car. Dude, Past Life is so like that. So that's why this album's so good, is because you can get like some crazy trippy song. Dude, thank you for saying that. Past Life might be one of my favorites on that album. That one's so good. Who knows?
I'm playing Past Life right now. I'm hearing the voiceover.
As a Kanye fan, I feel like you would like that a little bit. There's some
great songs.
Interesting production. That's reminds me of some Kanye-esque.
Yeah. I hear the Beach Boy. I hear Pet Sounds all over this. I'm surprised you guys don't like.
I see your comparison
with the etherealness.
Yeah, it's definitely,
and also his
the production, the layering,
how he sings.
It just has such a Beach Boys vibe. I don't know, but
There's
like not like tradition. Has such a Brian Wilson vibe, and I think he does take a lot of like he has a lot of '80s music. Like when I hear a song like "The Moment," another one of my favorites. "The Moment," what's that drum pattern sound like? Doesn't it sound like to me like "Everybody Wants to Rule the World" by Tears for Fears?
You could if it's sped up.
I hear that
great song though.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, no, honestly, like it does have. I could say this album is a no skip too. I think it's more accessible than Lonerism. It's definitely more of an easier.
Complex as fuck. Not that Pet Sounds isn't, but this album is crazy. I forgot that. Like, because even Yang's is like a cool little like in the middle song. Like the
reminds me of a Porter Robinson song.
Yeah. Like, Yes, I'm Changing. It does such a good job of going in and out of speeds, tempos. Like, it crescendos and then, like, drops new stuff, and then it adds in electronics and then, like, more just basic instruments. Like, yeah, I think.
He's so good. He was in his bag when he made
Bro.
this.
When did you guys?
So the reason why I agree with what you said about one of the greatest, like, there's so few people that can do that on this level from a production standpoint, lyrics standpoint, instrumental. Did you know what he did? So part of what I do need to, like, I really kind of dropped the ball on not listening to his new album more over the last month. So he's been having I don't know if it's like a revival or whatever. I don't think he ever faded, but I think with, Dracula and like the new album dropping, he's been doing a little more PR and press, and then he's touring again. I know that right now, and his tours look fucking nuts. Like, he's doing Let It Happen, he's doing some of the big ones, and those productions look crazy. And it's just him up there, right, doing his thing. He's like mixing.
Oh, he doesn't have a band?
No, he's like mixing and like playing instruments and singing and doing the whole thing.
Well, the thing is, it's his take on like techno, house. So it's his take on those genres. It's as if Kevin, instead of just like, making a house song how contemporary house is made, or making it's a Kevin Parker techno song, or like which is so badass to me.
Well,
like,
what's crazy,
and a lot of people don't appreciate, I don't think,
is I was watching this interview of him, and I'm pretty sure it was recent for this new album. What he did with it was, I forget if it's his manager or whoever, like, they were like, yeah, like, we can rent out some big studio production thing for you, and like, that'll be yours. And he's like, no, like, I want you to rent me some house in, like, I don't know if it's like Puerto Rico or like Europe or some like beach house place, maybe Australia. I don't even remember, but
He is Australian.
some remote place, and he had him rent out this house, and he produced the whole. He wrote everything, he produced everything by himself in this house, right? And you look at, like, the only thing I could think of when I first heard that was, like, you look at Bon Iver, like, Forever Ago. That's a guy singing guitar, after he went in and probably did some production afterwards. But that's a pretty stripped down album. Like, even what I've heard off this new one, it's still production wise phenomenal. And the complexities of it and him being able to do it by himself is just unheard of. Like, and he has a good voice too. It's unique. It's not like, I would say not like Frank Ocean caliber of.
I think it's a little old school. Like, I think it's a voice that could fit in the 60s.
You don't think Kevin Parker sounds like John Lennon?
I could hear it.
He sounds more like Brian.
It sounds like a 60s singer. I think that 60s singer have it like a very.
The first thing I ever thought when I heard Tame Impala was that he sounded like a modern John Lennon.
That's a good take. I mean, I don't
like,
think,
especially their early stuff, like Elephant. You're gonna tell me Elephant doesn't sound like
Elephant's like punk almost,
dude. But
it's like
doesn't
a punk song
Elephant
basically.
Sound like some of the
It
stuff
has
on
that like
Abbey
distorted
Road?
guitar. Like Abbey Road, like I couldn't tell you which song it does. I think it's more like
Come Together.
Yeah.
Elephant and Come Together remind me of each other.
That bass. The bass.
Boom, boom,
Okay.
boom.
The bass be bison.
Boom, 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 boom.
no. When did you guys discover that Tame Impala was a one guy?
Pretty early on.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it.
Okay, it wasn't like, because I think a lot of people still don't know that's just one guy. I think it's not. I don't think it's common. Yeah, because he markets himself
so when
as a
I
band.
saw him, it was in Coachella. It was like 2013, something like that.
Oh, it was before. It was
He
before
was
this
touring
album.
with a band.
So I thought
He always
Australia
tours with a
was
band. He always tours. I
And
know he
was
tours
like,
with a band.
The frontman's got a cool voice, and he was playing a lot of.
But he
instruments.
writes all the music.
I think after that is when I realized, because I think I was telling someone, I was like, "Oh, they were so good," and they're like, "What do you mean they?" And I was like, "Well, the band was awesome." And he's like, "Yeah, that's just like a band he toured with." Yeah, by the time I would say he, I mean, Currents is really what like shot him into the stratosphere. But it's songs like The Less I Know, The Better that, gave him that level of notoriety. Unless you're a real music head, like,
Yeah, let me tell you guys this. So he was big around 2012. You think Tame Impala already had a following around 20?
For sure. Yeah.
But like he was not. I think he
Coachella.
peaked like Currents, right?
Yeah.
But 2012,
Aren't his biggest songs most streamed from Slow Rush?
Yeah.
Then
I
I
was
might-
gonna say
then, yeah.
Slow Rush is also.
I might be
equally
his
as big.
commercial peak.
Okay, so
We're saying Currents is his best album, but I think Slow Rush technically is his
2012.
commercial
No.
peak.
So Tame Impala is Australian, right?
Mhm.
You know who was the biggest Australian indie artist in 2012?
Flume.
Sia.
Gautier, right?
Okay.
So if you told me,
wonder.
yeah, if you told me,
Sia's New
no, I
Zealand?
think it's just fascinating that like Tame Impala had a following. Obviously, he was around, but everyone knew like Gautier through somebody that I used to know. If you tell people like 5 years later that like Tame Impala will be way more famous than Gautier, I think you'd be crazy.
Yeah, but
Because-
it's all 5 years isn't a long enough.
Yeah, I just found it interesting.
sample
Like
size.
two big.
Everyone knows Tame Impala.
Yeah,
RH.
he's become
RH.
mainstream. I think.
Posers that say they like indie rock like Tame Impala, and then they tell you.
It's like
that
yeah,
one
when
guy
people
named
ask,
Tame
oh, I like indie music. Oh, you like Tame Impala? Yeah, I love Tame Impala.
Whoa! When I think indie music, they're not the first people.
They're one of they're like now like in
Modern-
2010s indie.
modern
I think
indie, yeah.
Mac
In-
DeMarco
Tame
maybe, but
Impala
Mac
is so
DeMarco's not really
unique.
indie.
Mac DeMarco is very indie.
You think he's
Mac
okay.
DeMarco is known as the Prince of indie rock.
Yeah. No, that's literally his nickname.
Tame Impala's early shit is super indie rock. From like Currents on, he's been this unique sound.
More
He kind of
psychological, or more,
he fell into his own
Psychedelic, I should say.
unique sound. I feel like
No, people take from him. I think this is like pre-bedroom pop, pre like like it's still like on that influence of the dream pop. I get like just like picks of different sounds and like very
Well, he's just a complex producer too.
Yeah.
He's always doing. And
he's
that's-
never like stuck in a lane.
But even that's the thing is, even if you look at Currents, like each song is so different, but it still blends in. Like that is why this album is so perfect. Is each song is different. It has its own spin on it, or could be completely different, but somehow still can tie in at the end of the song to fade into the next one perfectly. Like truly, like a Current. Like he was really, and as you said, he was in his bag on this album. I think we should rank him. Like
is this up there with you guys?
this is
Up there.
this is one of my favorite. Like
You say the
indie, if whatever you want to call that genre outside of just traditional rock and roll, indie, electro, psychedelic rock, this has got to be top 5 at least. I mean, and to be honest, this is one I need to be listening to more nowadays. Like it's almost one where it reminds me of a time that was so like
Simple. It's nostalgic now.
Simple. Yeah, well, and just like at the time, like it's just like I think a lot more of a free-spirited person. Like I didn't have as many responsibilities. Like I was able to really enjoy. Like to be honest, I was able to like open my third eye at the time and like really understand where he was going with this stuff. I think the older you get, you lose a piece of that. Sometimes, at least I've noticed, I feel that way sometimes. Like there's certain artists like him that bring me back to it. I think an artist that's great at doing that is actually this guy.
Flume.
Yeah. I would say like of that genre from college, those are two of my favorites. Is Tame Impala and Flume.
All right, sounds good. Let's go ahead and draft Currents by Tame Impala. I'm gonna go first. We'll go this way, and then.
Okay.
So my first overall pick is gonna be "The Less I Know, the Better" by Tame Impala.
Okay.
I'll take Let It Happen.
Okay. I'm gonna take The Moment,
Nice.
And what else?
and I'm also going to take. I'm gonna take Past Life. I love that song.
I'll take Cause I'm a Man.
Damn, I'm wide open. You took The Moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. All right. This is going to be maybe a niche pick. It was just like the one I probably played the most besides The Less I Know, the Better. Disciples.
That is a
Okay.
niche pick. I like Eventually.
Wait, no. I got another
Oh,
pick.
Go ahead.
Where are we going? Serpentine.
Right.
I'm thinking... I'm torn between I'll do Reality in Motion.
Cool. I'll take Yes, I'm Changing.
I'll take. Are we doing 5?
No, we'll just do 3 each.
All right, then yeah, Eventually for sure.
Good shit. Yeah, honestly, like...
I only... Wait. Oh, I picked 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, like, we're always going to get those, like, complaints. You know, like, the comment section's always, like, How come you didn't put in this song?
Eventually.
How come you didn't put in this
Yeah.
song? How come you didn't?
Well, yes, I'm changing. I'm surprised no one said that. That's a great song.
No, I thought you said that.
I took.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Mine
You
was.
took eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't take gossip. We didn't take
Gossip's not one.
love/paranoia.
And new person, same old
new
mistake.
person, same old mistakes. Actually, fuck. That might.
That's pretty good.
That might be better than eventually, to be honest. I love Past Life. Just does something for me. That's a hot take. At 2, that was probably too high.
And Nangs, we didn't take Nangs.
Yeah, that's okay though. Nangs is, but new person, same old mistakes is actually
Yeah, cool.
great song.
Cool. So that's the album reviews. I still want to continue this. I have a little bit more if you have time.
I got a few more minutes. Let's do
Okay,
it.
let's take a break first because we gotta syncopate all the bullshit.
Yeah.
It's technical difficulty shit, but we'll be back in just a sec.
Seafree.
Yeah, Lobby Seafood.
Yeah, that's the name, Seafrey. I looked it up actually. It's Lobby Seafrey. It's not Safri.
Seafrey?
It's Seafrey.
I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's Seafree.
But Lobby's right.
Lobby's right. I thought it was Laby.
What kind of music is it?
Folk.
R&B. It's definitely
It's
soul.
folk.
It's soulful.
It's folk.
It's soulful.
He's a folk. He sounds like Paul Simon.
Oh.
What would you call Paul Simon?
Folk.
Folk singer songwriter.
Folk rock.
R&B rock. He's all of those.
Neither of you are wrong. All right, should we do it?
Yeah, so we're back. I think we're recording. I'm gonna double check this.
Yeah,
There's
make
been
sure
times
we're all.
where- Actually, we recorded.
I just called to say hello.
We recorded with Dembski last week, and we didn't record it because
We had some fire football talk.
we didn't even talk about anything. We just talked about football.
But it was really good shit. We're diving into the rankings, who we're thinking we're gonna come out of the divisions. It was like some interesting.
Who would
talk.
who would be your top 3 greatest athletes of all time?
Athletes of all time?
Uh-huh.
You heard our
Across all
take?
sports.
Yeah, I did see that. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Wayne Gretzky maybe. But like, I'm not even a huge hockey guy.
So 2 of mine.
Serena Williams maybe. Once again, not a
Serena.
huge tennis fan. You could say Michael Phelps.
What about like Mike Tyson?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think he's.
I don't think boxing
No.
boxing purists would say he's not the greatest of all time. He's one of the greats,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think they would say you could argue his run is one of the greatest all time. Like I still think they wouldn't call him the GOAT. I think they have other people in mind.
I mean, you
In
could say,
boxing?
you could say Ali.
Ali, Pacquiao.
You could say honestly, I don't agree.
Pacquiao is
Floyd
only
Mayweather's
8-time,
like, what, 50
Yeah.
8-time division champion, or was it 8 divisions?
Didn't Floyd Mayweather go like 50-0?
Yeah, but it's a controversial 15-0 because he was very defensive. He had a
He
very
never, like,
boring
knocked
play
people
style.
out or
You know, he
very
wasn't
rarely.
like
Fought
aggressive.
people at the right time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He was like very precise with his strategy of how to get 50-0. Like he
I
picked
feel
his
like-
fights.
I feel like you'd have to pick Michael Phelps because he's the most decorated Olympian ever.
That's a good one.
Serena Williams is like, once again, I'm not a big tennis person, but she's on a lot of people's lists.
I think
Jordan and Woods are kind of like,
locks.
they were just so dominant at what they did. Like, and to be honest, like, I still am a LeBron fan, like, but I didn't grow up with Jordan, and I've seen The Last Dance, and I've seen what Jordan's done. So it's like I can't take that away
No
from
one's
him.
done 6-0.
Well, he's lost a lot.
No one's won 7 rings. That's why Tom Brady's the GOAT.
No, Tom Brady. Oh, okay. What am I saying? Yes, Tom Brady. Tom Brady's by far number one.
Yes, he's by far number 1.
Yes, okay.
Dude, he doesn't.
Yes. I see. I don't even consider him in that conversation. He's like on his own.
He's on his own.
Yeah.
Dude, he was an everyday guy. He
Bro,
was not
the
an
GOAT
athletic
when he won the
specimen.
6th.
He was the GOAT when he won the 3rd.
I don't know about that, but he was a GOAT when he won that 6th one, and then he went to a new team and did it. Yeah.
No.
I'm mad at myself that I didn't say.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
But
bro.
yeah,
But MJ Tiger, they're up there.
Brady.
I
man.
would have taken Brady. He had the first pick. He took Tom Brady.
You would have took Tom Brady out number 1 overall.
Yeah.
It's a good obvious
Yeah.
pick.
It's honestly unfair. Like
I took Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan fell to me.
You know how hard football is? You know how hard being NFL quarterback is? And like winning a ring in 32 with 31 other teams? He did that 7 times. That's
don't
one of the hardest things in sports.
I think what Tiger Woods did is like the hardest thing in sports. Like no one will ever do the run Tiger had.
That's true.
Ever. Like, and still no one's going to win the
I don't think
Junior Am, the US Am, like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah.
He did that shit. So he was not only a gangster before he got to the he was a gangster before he got to the pros.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he got to the pros, just fucking lit that shit up. Like has the greatest run just from as a junior to
Junior in high school?
even football has some great stories like that. Derrick Henry is one of the greatest high school athletes of all time.
Just passed his high school rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just within the last game or two.
And he's had
Finally
years in the
got to a
NFL,
point.
and he
Yeah,
only
yeah.
had.
Yeah, how did he not win MVP that one year?
I mean, dude.
Yeah, I
Because
think
it's a
Rob-
football award.
It always goes to the quarterback. Like Jonathan.
I mean, I said
Jonathan
football. I
Taylor-
meant to
AP
say
did it.
quarterback.
AP did
Jesus
it.
Christ.
What?
How come AP did it? Was AP that good?
Yes.
Jonathan Taylor's
AP
having a
was
better
that.
year than AP.
I think so too.
And Barkley last year.
Barkley last year cracked 2,000 yards and won a ring.
No, but now they have offensive player of the year, so that's what always goes to the.
Did he crack 2,000?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he cracked 2,000 in the overall season. With the postseason, he was just under 2,000 because they benched him in week 18.
He was I think it was more. I think he hit more than 2,000.
He did.
Not before.
In the regular season. I think
He did.
Not in the
I
regular.
I
No,
will
they benched
I'll
him. They're
bet you guys
mad.
$5 right now that he.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll shake him. I know for a fact.
No,
that
It would have been a bigger deal if
It was
there was a
big
big
deal.
drama. There was
he-
drama that he wanted to play in that last
He
game.
cracked
but-
2,000 yards. What are you talking about?
In the
In
postseason.
the regular season, he did not. He was right under. He was like
19 something.
Yeah.
1960 something.
Yeah. And then they sat him, which was smart because he wanted.
No,
to
it's dude. You guys are great. 2,005 yards in the regular season.
No.
Dude, it's right here in front
Just
of
so
me.
you know,
You
it's
can't
really
say.
loud.
I'm sorry. It's right there. The GOAT running back, bro. The greatest running back season of all time. Does that say regular season? It says regular season. And then postseason, he
I'm
did
just gonna Google it.
499. So, in other words, he did
thought they-
2,500 yards.
I thought
Total.
they didn't let him.
Saquon Barkley have
He did this in 16 games. That's the thing. He didn't have 17 games. He did in 16 games. He didn't need the 17th game. Could have easily got.
Oh, they didn't let him set the record. I'm remembering now.
Yeah.
They didn't let him set the
Yeah.
record.
he
Yeah.
was-
I'm
That's
sorry.
true. That
I'm
is
sorry.
true.
I was conflating
That
the
is
two.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
I was
too.
conflating the two.
You're right.
I thought it was
I owe you $5.
getting over 2,000.
Well, technically, I only shook it with Jack, so you're.
All right,
I
can we
was-
scrap it? I'm
I'm
sorry.
just joking. We have it on record though, but I mean, how can we not give in Saquon Barkley the greatest running back of all time?
He's not. Adrian Peterson was better than him. Adrian Peterson was a better running back.
He
2,000
didn't win
yards and winning a
did he?
ring. I mean, it's only happened. Like,
Well, first of all, dude, the Eagles are just an unfair organization. They're good every year, or not every year, but they've been good for.
they're one of the better.
How is that
organizations in the
a
league.
hurt on
Definitely.
Saquon though?
What do you
Saquon
mean,
brought him to the
dude?
Super
He
Bowl.
wasn't pulling that shit off on the Giants. He was good. Wasn't great. He had the best offensive line. That makes a big difference. Like, I'm not saying Genty would be
I think you're
that
hating.
caliber, but imagine Genty on like the Lions or the Eagles, like, or
You're
the
right.
Pats. Like, the Pats have a good fucking O-line. Like,
They
it
do,
makes
apparently.
a huge difference. Like, even the Chiefs, like, you get
Well,
O-line.
they're running
The thing
Yeah,
is,
that's
what made AP's
acceptable.
Well,
impressive.
they never have a high caliber. Dude, what do you mean? They've got fucking Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. Those are
Look
like
at
two
their stats this year.
wash-dash. Yeah, but like, I mean, well, they're having a weird year. I don't know. So if you want to talk about this, like, from a football perspective, I still think it's criminal that people are counting out the Chiefs. I know they're 5-5.
I think
know
they're
they
gonna
lost
win
to
the Super Bowl.
Broncos. I think
No
the Chiefs have a
shot.
very good shot of winning the Super Bowl
Yep.
still. I think the hate.
Never count
and
out the Chiefs. Never
no.
count out Patrick
No.
Mahomes.
No, it was the same thing. I didn't think the Bucks were going to win the Super Bowl. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, always have been. I thought that was going to be such a lopsided game. I didn't think that was going to be close, and they literally fucked on. What was it, the Rams? Or who did they play? The Niners? Or no, Chiefs.
Are you talking?
Chiefs.
You're talking about their. I think that's his most impressive playoff run. Is
For sure.
the he went against Breeze, Rodgers, and Mahomes in the same run, and kicked all their asses at 45 years old. Like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
their defense was really good. And Bruce
Yeah,
Arians
but
is
Brady
a
has
Hall
the
of
one
Fame
has to be the
coach.
one to score the points, right? He did it. Sure, stopping the other team from scoring helps. It's not like Tom Brady stopped Aaron Rodgers from scoring.
Yeah.
But
Do you think that gives more acumen to Eli Manning's greatness?
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I think that's I sell this to him. I think Eli Manning's rings are more impressive than Peyton Manning's rings.
Peyton Manning, well, I think he still has it was either yards or touchdowns or one of those. The season on I want to say the Broncos.
He set the record.
Yeah, some.
He had like 50 touchdown passes,
it was
something ridiculous.
Peyton Manning's a better quarterback.
100%.
Like,
That's out of conversation.
But Eli Manning, yeah.
But the rings are more important.
Well, and dude,
more impressive.
Dude,
more impressive.
keep in mind, one of those came from a perfect
season.
season.
How
And
devastated were
perfect
you when
season.
that happened?
To be honest, we were pretty young.
I'll tell you this: I cried when Tom Brady lost. I was literally tearing up because I really wanted the 18-0 season.
The perfect season.
My brothers will tell. My family will tell you.
The perfect season of the greatest dynasty in the history of football.
Yeah,
That's
my dad was like, "Oh, you're crying? Why don't you go pray to the rosary?" That's what he told me.
That's why Randy Moss didn't get a ring.
Oh, 100%, dude. That was Randy Moss' best chance of winning a ring, and it never happened. Yep. If he won a ring, I think he would
have be sad.
I think just
about that.
Yeah,
I mean, Brady doesn't have 8.
The rest of those Patriots are more than fine.
But I think
Exactly.
no. What makes this? I think the second one might be a little more impressive because it showed that the first one wasn't a fluke. It showed that Eli Manning has Brady's number.
It would have been for the 3-peat, right?
No. It was a separate ring. I think it was like a couple years after I think they were like 4 years apart, and he beat him twice. I think that's
Twice.
Yeah, I think those are the two of the most impressive rings in the history of football, and that's subjective, obviously. So like
In your lifetime.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. I mean, no. The best one was 28-3, dude.
well,
That's pretty
insane.
insane.
It is insane, but
That might be
it's
the
Tom
greatest
Brady.
football
Like
game of all
honestly,
time.
like
I mean, bro.
I have such high expectations. That's what I expect from Tom Brady.
No one expects that from anybody. That's.
You guys counting out the GOAT is crazy.
It all happens so fast.
You ever seen the Longest Yard?
Yeah, of course.
You remember like the end, like he tried to throw the game, just so like he could get a shorter prison set. I thought a similar thing was happening in the fucking like that Patriots. I think he like had like a deal with like Roger Goodell, where like, okay, let's get good with the odds and let's fucking just suck and like personally sabotage my team to do we're terrible and then come back in halftime. But yeah, obviously it's
No
just
way,
stupid.
bro. That's That's stupid.
It's stupid as hell. But shit, man, like Tom Brady, like him coming back, it's like a fucking movie, dude. I mean, it makes no sense. And he did it to win his 5th ring. Like, yeah, that might be the most impressive ring. I think that solidified Tom Brady into like another level.
That's the craziest shit ever.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's enough football talk.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I want to talk about. We were talking about album covers previously. Do you guys have any like crazy album covers you have in mind that like you think is like ones that stick out to you?
Currents is
yeah.
is a GOAT one.
I agree.
Speaking of GOAT, I think Pet Sounds. I will say this again. Pet Sounds is the worst album cover.
That's
ever.
not a bad take. It's
Pharrell's not
definitely
great at picking album covers either.
Who?
Pharrell.
Which album cover are you talking about?
Any
the one
of
where
them.
the one where he has like the
NERD.
sunglasses. I don't know. I think yeah.
He's pretty trash too, dude.
I wouldn't say they're trash. I think they're unique. I think they're
Yeah,
cool.
uniquely trash.
I don't think they're bad. I think you're tripping. The music's great. That's all.
Sure.
Just like some Pet Sounds.
Well, we're talking album covers.
I'm
So,
looking at album covers.
I think I made my Mount Rushmore of album covers. Of,
Okay.
like, so I think Dark Side of the Moon is like
Yep.
by the way number 1. Number 2, Sgt. Pepper. I think that's the most iconic. Either Sgt. Pepper or Abbey Road. I'm gonna give the edge to Sgt. Pepper. Number 3, this might be a bit of a deeper one, but the Velvet Underground and Nico.
With the banana.
The banana. I think that's just
that's a very, very popular album.
very iconic.
Yeah.
I think people know that album cover more than the album itself. And then number 4, I was thinking of a toss-up. Might have gone Michael Jackson Thriller. I'm heavily considering that, but fuck, what would be did I pick Michael Jackson's Thriller? I think I did.
You guys like Tosh Sultana?
I've heard of her. It's a her, right? I think
Yeah.
you talked about her.
She's super good. This album's really cool. It's called Flow State.
Oh, so you like that psychedelic shit.
I mean, that's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
This one's kind of interesting.
You said In Rainbows. Do you think that's up there?
Yes, that
Yeah.
album artwork's beautiful. I love that album. I think this one's also kind of a deep cut, but T for the Tillerman. You ever listen to Cat Stevens?
Well,
Okay.
is that the one with Wild Word?
Yeah.
Wow, I know what
Yeah.
album cover you guys see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Up. Steely Dan picked some cool album covers.
What's that one with Dr. Wu?
Yeah,
think it's-
that's a cool album.
Yeah.
Oh, with the praying mantis, Doctor
Yeah.
Wu, I think, or Katie lied.
I think Oracular Spectacular
Light
is
is
a cool
the
album
album.
too.
But in terms of iconic, like Nevermind, I won't say it's my favorite. I mean, it's a naked baby.
But
Californication's a pretty fucking sick album.
Yeah, honestly, he brought that up yesterday. We talked about this before. Like,
Yeah, you guys had those loaded.
Yeah.
I mean, this album's so fucking. I think that's so
Californication.
cool. I also think this Kid A one's pretty sick.
Kid A, you could.
I mean, Radiohead, I think has like even OK Computer is pretty.
Yeah, it
the
is.
Benz, like with that crazy look. What's that supposed to be on the
Clay- I
Benz?
think it's like a clay person.
Mm.
Let me see. This is a cool one. This is like one of Pink Floyd's first albums, Metal.
Even the wall is iconic. as
Led
shit.
Zeppelin is sick.
Oh, the mothership.
This album, Bankrupt by Phoenix, was cool.
Okay. Okay.
Let me see.
Fuck, did I make
How
Thriller?
about London Calling?
That's a good one.
London Calling.
That's a
is
good-
It's
great
paying
one.
homage to that Elvis album.
Yeah.
I do think this is a really interesting album artwork. I thought.
I liked Pretty Odd's album work. I
Pretty
think,
Odd is cool
It's
too.
yeah,
Oh, dude. Speaking of Pretty Odd, dude, I've been bumping Pretty Odd like crazy.
so good.
Oh,
I
so
actually
good.
listened to a lot of
It's a
Pretty Odd.
timeless-
I've been listening to it. Like I think
I
it's
was listening to.
You played it for your
ton of
parents,
Channel
right?
One.
yeah. So I played "She's a Handsome Woman" for my dad, and my dad was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's Panic," and he's like, "When did they come out?" I'm like, well, like not that long ago, like early 2000s. Like, really? I didn't know they made music like this at that time. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, this sounds like it came out like in like my era. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great compliment.
Boom! That's
Yeah.
the greatest compliment
Yeah.
you could ever hear. Is someone.
Timeless. Look at these album artworks though from Muse. Like they're all like so cool. Like this one was so crazy.
I kind of have
That's
something
with Uprising?
tangential to
Yeah.
design. Do you know who designed Deadmau5's helmet?
No.
The Hanson Workshop from the Muppets.
Oh really?
What's his name? Tim Hansen.
Something like that. Yeah.
You mean Jim Henson?
Jim Henson.
Yeah.
His workshop made the Deadmau5 helmet. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
I always thought this.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah. MGMT.
Look up the Deadmau5 helmet real quick.
No, I'm trying to figure out what would I put in the greatest album. Now I want to do like Rumors is all right. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite. Enema of the State. You brought
Ooh.
that up. That was a good
Joy
one.
Division. What's the Joy Division album with the riffs?
That is.
That's
good
a
one.
cool album
Yeah.
cover. The Chronic by Dre.
That's all right. It's just
Oh my
his
god!
portrait.
No,
I thought-
look
I
at
thought
look it up.
Indica was a cool looking. Album.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
that an explosion? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Look up the Chronic real quick. It's
Oh, what am I saying? This is like.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is
yeah, that's
such a
sick.
good
Yeah,
one.
Cuddy.
Man on the Moon was such a good one.
You like Random Access Memories?
Ram's pretty good.
I do. I think that's a really cool one.
Oh, what about Awaken My Love? Childish Gambino. That creepy looking thing.
Yeah, it's unique. I like something that you remember when someone says it. That's
Like I'm thinking iconic. Like that's why those three. What would be? Is Thriller my fourth? I think I just got to go with Thriller. Like I like honestly another contention of one of the worst albums of all covers of all time. Back to Black. It's just text. I mean, it's boring as shit. I guess the logo of AC/DC is iconic, but it's just a black album. Like,
What do you think of the Chronic? Did you look that one up? I think it's so sick.
it's just the black with the.
No, that's 2001.
Let me see. There's just the white with the.
yeah, that's exactly. I'm
No,
like, it's
let
not.
me
It's all
see.
right.
It's plain.
I get it's
This,
iconic.
The Chronic.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I like the stylization. You would think it's like, I don't know. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like gangster rap, but it's filled with.
I mean, it kind of looks like gangster rap, bro. It's
pretty
called
damn
The
hood.
Chronic.
Yeah, but
It's a picture of Dr. Dre on the
don't
front.
I feel like that's a race thing. I'm just joking.
I mean, bro.
What about Justice?
looks
That's
like
a
it
sick
could be
with
an
the
R&B
cross.
album.
With the cross, is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah,
that
that-
one's super cool.
Oh, another. What are your thoughts on Frank Ocean?
Oh,
Channel
the
Orange's album?
Sublime
Perfect.
self-titled
You
album.
think that's a perfect album cover?
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's just orange.
Yeah.
No, but the text has.
Look, it's meant to look like a channel in between.
Look, there's like blue in the channel, and then
Okay, I didn't really even
it's-
notice
it's
that.
Perfect.
the
That's a perfect album.
That
Sublime self-titled.
with the back,
No,
like
40
the back
ounces to
tattoo.
freedom.
What do we
Oh,
think of
yeah, no, 40 ounces
40
to
ounces
Freeman
to
is more
Freeman is
iconic.
the-
That's iconic.
Yeah, that's an iconic.
with the sun?
Yeah,
Actually, I like that album cover a
yeah,
lot.
that's great. That's on T-shirts for days.
What do we think of the Peppers? Do they have any?
You said Californication.
Yeah. Weezer. Do we respect any of the Weezer albums?
I love King Cruel. I don't know if
Ooh.
you guys.
I've heard of him.
I like that.
That's a cool album cover. You know what album I do think has a perfect album cover? Actually, let me see. Born to Die, Lana Del Rey.
Oh, it's just her portrait of her.
What
right?
about
Norman
Rockwell?
fucking Oswald.
That's like pretty.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty fucking iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
Norman fucking Roswell is also or Rockwell is also very.
This one's a funny one. Drake, Nothing Was the Same.
White Stripes? Their first album.
The
Them
red
sitting
with him
on the-
sitting. Yeah, that's a cool
Both
one.
of them together.
Yeah.